Welcome class 6 in our e-learning class. Now today we will first discuss the answers of the chapter prepositions and their correct uses. After that we will proceed with the rest part of the same chapter. First come to page number 91, exercise number A. Kindly check whether your answers are matching with mine or not. Exercise A. Underline the prepositions in the following sentences. This exercise will not take much of your time. This one is the preposition. The child is sitting on the chair. On. Qutub Minar is in Delhi. In. 4. My mother is at home. At. The bag is kept in the cupboard. In. Number 6, the bag is kept between the two chairs. Between. So next come to exercise number B. Underline the prepositions and circle their objects in the given sentences. The first one has been done for you. So let's start from number 2. Don't lean against the cupboard. So against, this is the preposition, the cupboard is the object. So underline against, circle cupboard, because it is written underline the prepositions and circle their objects in the given sentences. Number 3, the cat jumped into, this is preposition, underline. The well, this one is the object, circle it. Number 4, the amusement park is in Mumbai. In, this one is the preposition, underline. Mumbai, this is the object, circle it. The bus will stop at Kolhapur. So at, underline it because this is the preposition, and Kolhapur, this one is the object, circle it. The car was parked near the shop. Near, underline it because this is the preposition, and the shop is the object. So from number 2, against, preposition, the cupboard, this one is the object. Number 3, into is the preposition, the well is the object. Number 4, in is the preposition, Mumbai is object. Number 5, at is preposition, Kolhapur is object. Number 6, near is the preposition, the shop is the object. Come to exercise number C. B already we have completed. Number C. Underline only the prepositions of place in the following passage. Humayun's tomb is in Delhi. In. Vani went there one morning. She got down at Nizamuddin railway station and asked for directions. So at. Next, somebody told her that it was near a park. Near. Someone told her that it was beside the byline. Beside. Whereas somebody told that it was between a park and a busy road. So between. She was completely confused. Later she found her way to the tomb. So again I am saying Humayun's tomb is in Delhi. In is the preposition. Vani went there one morning. She got down at Nizamuddin railway station and asked for directions. Here at is the preposition. Somebody told her that it was near a park. Near. Someone told her that it was beside the byline. Beside. Whereas somebody told that it was between a park and a busy road. So between. She was completely confused. Later she found her way to the tomb. Okay. So come to the next exercise. So children, now come to exercise number D. Okay. Exercise number D, fill in the blanks with appropriate prepositions of time. Rohan played for 2 hours in the evening. For. He was tired by the time the match was over. He reached home at 7 p.m. Then he studied between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. He had to complete his assignment within 2 days. He worked on the project until he completed it. So the first one for, second one by, next at, then between, after that within, and the last one until. Then come to exercise number E. Now exercise number E. Fill in the blanks with appropriate prepositions given in the box. Neha walks to her office every day. She walks down the Netaji road, along the river, then over the narrow road, before she goes across the bridge and reaches the lobby of her office. She walks through the lobby before getting onto the elevator. I repeat, Neha walks to her office every day. She walks down the Netaji road along the river, then over the narrow road. Here you can write another one. That means for these two blanks, both can be used. How? I am saying that I am giving the example. Then over the narrow road before she goes across the bridge. This one you can write. You can also write then across the narrow road before she goes over the bridge. Both are correct. I have checked. Both are correct. You can write then across the narrow road before she goes over the bridge, or then over the narrow road before she goes across the bridge and reaches the lobby of her office. She walks through the lobby before getting onto the elevator. Once more I am saying that place because it is becoming quite confusing. It was quite confusing for me too. That's why I checked a lot and found that it can be used in both the ways. That means if you are writing then over the narrow road before she goes across the bridge, or you can write then across the narrow road before she goes over the bridge. When you are writing then over the narrow road, you have to write she goes across. And if you are writing then across the narrow road before she goes over the bridge. So if you are using in the first blank over, the next blank you have to use across, and if you are using in the first blank across, then the next blank you have to use over. Okay. Then come to the next exercise. Exercise number this one we have completed. Actually during this winter, no, these fingers, they are becoming numb. That's why it is becoming quite tough to turn over the pages. Okay, next. Exercise number A. Fill in the blanks with appropriate prepositions. This is the book I was referring to. I was referring to. What are you looking at? What you are looking at? But in some places you will find that it is also written, because these prepositions every time they don't follow the norms. So sometime you can also find it is written what you are looking on. But it becomes quite funny, what you are looking on. That's why I have taken the choice over here, what you are looking at. Because in one of the questions also, no, it is not written here, but I thought that it is written. So it is better that if we write what you are looking at. But if you write what you are looking on, somewhere you can get that it is written, somewhere you can find that it is applicable, but I don't know whether really it is applicable or not. According to me, it will be better if you write what are you looking at. Okay, next. I am looking for a colorful dress. Number 4, we are waiting at the station. Many a place you will find that it is written we are waiting in the station. It is also written there. In many places you will find it is written. But here I have taken the choice at. We are waiting at the station. Rita has gone into the shop. Punit will have dinner with me. Shujit climbed on the hill slope. 8. Aparna is fond of chicken curry. Next, come to the next exercise, exercise number G. Read the following sentences and underline the group prepositions in each. Neha stood in front of the gate and waited. So in front of. Number 2, the playground was flooded due to heavy rains. Due to. The team won the match in spite of many players being injured. In spite of. Number 4, the students were told to make use of old newspapers and make paper bags. So make use of. Number 5, owing to poor financial condition, he could not get his mother treated in a good hospital. Owing to. Then once more I am repeating. First one in front of, second one due to, third one in spite of, fourth one make use of, 5 owing to. Number 8, we will give you a pink dress instead of a blue one. Number 2, owing to a high content of pesticides, the groundwater was not considered potable. Potable means drinkable, safe for drinking. The athlete could not perform well due to fatigue. Fatigue means extreme tiredness. The teacher praised her in front of all the children. Number 5, in spite of ill health, he went ahead with his mission to climb the Mount Everest. So children, we have completed the discussion of exercises up till H. Now we will move to prepositions and adverbs. Many words can be used both as adverbs and prepositions. The contest went on, adverb. The packet was on the table, preposition. In sentence A, the word on modifies the verb went. In sentence B, the word on is placed before the noun table, and it shows the relation between the packet and the table. So you have understood, in sentence A, the word on modifies the verb went. Went on. The on, it is used for the modification or for the better understanding of the verb went on. And for the second one, the packet is on the table. So in the sentence B, the word on is placed before the noun table, and it shows the relation between the packet and the table. So here the relation between the table and the packet is shown by the word on. But for the first one, we can see that it is used for the verb went. If we write the contest went, if we write like this, the contest went, the sentence will be incomplete. The sentence will become meaningless. So we have used over here on. So for here the verb went, it is modified. We can better understand that the contest is going on. It is running. The contest went on. Here are some more examples. The alarm went off, adverb. The girl fell off the chair, preposition. He looked up, adverb. The horse galloped up the hill, preposition. Walk along, we are late. Here it is adverb. He walked along the river, preposition. Okay, now all the exercises are here. We will complete exercise number I. We will complete exercise number J. We will complete exercise number, this one, fill in the blanks with appropriate prepositions from the brackets. Yes, number K. Then L, fill in the blanks with appropriate prepositions given in brackets. This one also we will complete. And number M, leave it. Cross number M. Cross number M. You will complete up till exercise number L. And another thing, one clue I can give, that how you can understand whether the word used, it is adverb or preposition. One thing you have to understand, that if the word is showing the relation between a noun or a pronoun with another word in the sentence, then it is preposition. And if that work is not done, that means the relation between a noun and a pronoun with another word in the sentence, if it is not shown by the usage of that word, then it is not a preposition. Because preposition, we know, it shows the relation between a noun or a pronoun with another word in the sentence. So this is one clue. Another one you will get that the preposition is always having here one object which the adverb is not having. See number A, the alarm went off. After off we are not getting any noun or pronoun which will be acting as the object for the word off. But the second one, the girl fell off the chair. Here off, after the off we are getting the chair. The chair here is acting as the object for the preposition off. Next, he looked up. After up we are not getting any noun or a pronoun which will act as an object for this up. But in the second sentence we can see the horse galloped up the hill. Here for the word up we are getting the noun hill with the article the. So the hill, it is acting as an object for the preposition up. So in this way also you can understand that whether, that means you can differentiate that whether the word used in the sentence is acting as a preposition or acting as an adverb. So children, you will read this portion properly and you will complete up till exercise number L and you will cross exercise number M. We will not do this one and we will discuss the answers in again in one of our offline videos or in one of our live classes. But apart from these offline videos or live classes, if you are having any sort of difficulty or any sort of confusion regarding the understanding of the answers, confusion on any sort of answers related to these exercises, you can definitely ask me through our e-portal. Okay, so today up to this much only. Let us meet in again one of our video. It might be offline class or it might be online class. That means live class, not online. It might be offline class or live class. So there we will proceed with the next chapter, okay, of the book. Till then, stay happy, stay blessed. Bye.